20 years of the Honda City in India, and that is a landmark achievement for what is a landmark car. Conceptualized in 1999, construction of the Golden Quadrilateral started in 2001, which makes it almost as old as the Honda City. This is why we are doing this drive. So we've planned a fantastic adventure, a fantastic celebration rather, and we're going to start on it right now. So Hormazd, why don't you tell us something about this adventure we're going?
Well, absolutely, as you said, it's a celebration, it's an adventure because driving on Indian roads is an adventure. We're going to start with this, which is the current city, the fourth generation city, and we are going to be taking its siblings along the way with us. But before we drive off, let's have a word with Mr. Ueno, President and CEO of Honda Cars India. Ueno-san, it's a big day for us, 20 years of the Honda City.
So personally, it's also a memorable car. So because I was one of the members who prepared for the launch of this model to Thailand. So it's a very, very memorable car for myself.
And what would you say is the one DNA or the one character that is constant throughout all four generations?
Yes, so this is a car originally exclusively developed for Asian countries, whether the small and with small vehicles with good quality and affordable prices is important. So I think our engineers has been always trying to achieve the best balance of those elements.
So we're on the first leg of our mega city drive throughout India. After the flag off, I've jumped into the first gen city and it really brings back such fantastic memories. I mean, forget about the rest of the car. It's this engine with weight revs, my God, all the way to 7,000 RPM. It wakes up after 5,500 RPM. I mean, this is natural aspiration at its glorious best.
Hormazd is having fun in that car. I can see that. He's running away in that 18-year-old car. And look at me. I'm like, yeah! But yeah, this is a diesel. Don't get me wrong. This is a great car on the highway. It's very easy to drive and it's got a nice loping gait. But I'm waiting for Hormazd to leave. I want to drive that. I want to get in that car and rev the nuts out of it.
This truly was the quintessential driver's car of its time. It's not just the engine, it's the overall seating position. The Delhi-Jaipur highway, I think it's one of the most dangerous because it's well paved, so speeds are pretty serious, but everyone drives like an absolute lunatic over here. And I have to say, in this car, I am feeling a bit vulnerable. This was a time when airbags, they were really a luxury in luxury cars. So this car has absolutely nothing. The slim A-pillars, great for visibility, but I shudder to think how they'd stand up in a crash. I think I know what I'm going to order. Paneer paratha, dahi lassi.
The usual light road trip lunch.
The light lunch on a highway.
I'm really looking forward to drive that once we drop you off. When are you getting to the airport?
I think after that lunch, I want to chill in the fourth gen. So let's swap here itself. So after that heavy lunch, I'm really happy I'm in the fourth gen because this car feels like a luxury car after the first generation city. It's so much bigger, it's so much better insulated despite being a diesel. The other big contrast is the engines. After that manic Hyper 16 1.5 litre brilliant jewel of an engine, you've got a diesel over here, which I have to say is very tractable, does the job, but it's so docile in comparison.
So that there behind me is Jaipur, and we've just dropped Hormazd off at the airport. Which means tomorrow I'm the boss. I can pick and drive whatever I want, whenever I want. Joining me will be my colleagues Rahul and Jay, and we will continue our journey towards Mumbai. I have had such an interesting day, I can't tell you, because it's quite an eye-opener on how different these cars are, how much the city has progressed. I'll tell you about it as we go along. We've got a long way to go ahead. Maybe 20-25 years ago, it would have been so difficult. It would have taken a long time to do that 200 kilometers that we did to Jaipur yesterday. I mean, we were shooting and all that, but it was so easy. There's 6 lanes of highway most of the way. Even if there's traffic, it's moving all the time because the roads are so wide. Rose-tinted glasses, because we all remember them fondly. I mean, they did something for us back then when they were new. And most of the time I find is after you've driven something more modern, when you jump back into the old car, it's kind of disappointing. It is slightly true for this car also, this first gen Honda City, because I find the engine a little too thrummy. Of course, yes, the plastics and all, they weren't great then. They're still not great now, no way. But insanely responsive, very rev-happy engine. It's got that 5,500 RPM second wind that happens as it crosses 5,500 RPM. It's low, it's really low. So when you're cornering, it just stays flat. I mean, it's that center of gravity of the car itself is so low that you feel like you're very connected to the road. But the Golden Quadrilateral can get a bit monotonous. It's straight, it's long, you got to follow the lanes, speed limits, blah, whatever. We were getting a little tired of it, so we decided to take a small 30-kilometer detour to come and see something that is a bit special. We'll show you what it is.
The Sambhar Lake, India's largest inland salt lake. It is approximately 30 kilometers off the Golden Quadrilateral, and we decided to come here because, there are no speed limits here. We spend the morning attempting to go as fast as we dare. And then we head back to the highway when it starts to get really hot. Our night halt for the day is Udaipur, and again, because the GQ in Rajasthan is so good, we make it to our destination easily and safely.
We've decided to start late today because we're on a road trip and we just don't want to keep driving and driving and driving. So we've come to Sajjangarh. It's a 123-year-old monsoon palace, and what it has is a fantastic view of Udaipur. So you can see both the lakes, you can see the whole city from here. Come on, I'll show you some. I'll show you what you can see. What a view, eh? It's right around the palace and you can watch a really good sunset over there. But mainly, Sajjangarh was built, it's called the Monsoon Palace because they built it to watch monsoon clouds. It's at that height, it's really nice. Another bit of trivia that you might be interested in is that the 1983-1984 James Bond movie Octopussy was shot here.
This is the kind of road that this first generation city really comes alive on. The low center of gravity and an engine that begs to be revved. That's what gave this city its reputation as a driver's car.
I think what's also helping is that we've got tires. The ZSLKs that we've just put on this car, the MRFs, they're really holding on. just crossed over into Gujarat and we've stopped for a cup of chai because it's dusk and this is my favorite time of driving, so I thought I'd refresh myself and then go. The thing about Gujarat's roads, even the Golden Quadrilateral, the surface here is even better than what we've been driving on. So the cars are running smoothly, the weather is getting cooler, and yeah, we're enjoying it. So this card is what helps us keep track of who's having the most fun in which car at what point in time. So as of now, as I'm going through it, looks like Mr. Sorabjee has been guzzling the most amount of fuel for the least amount of time on that Jaipur run. So he's had a lot of fun, obviously. I've not done too badly, 14.8 generally with my driving. Rahul's got 15.2. So yeah, this car's been giving pretty good average figures. I mean, we've not been driving it, taking it too easy on them, but not bad for an 80,000 kilometer and 19-year-old, 18-year-old car, yeah.
We decided that we wouldn't drive late into the night as far as possible. So when the lights of Vadodara shone at us that evening, we thought it safe to make one last stop before we ended the first leg of this drive in Mumbai. The next morning, we wanted a few shots of the beautiful Vadodara Palace, but then we ran into rush hour traffic and realized that the open road is a much better place to be. We have a few hundred kilometers left to get to Mumbai, and I'm already feeling a bit sad that my stint in the Generation 1 city is almost at an end.
It's the last 400 kilometers to Bombay from Baroda, and we have to drop it off and swap for the second gen city for the next leg. I'm going to miss this car's rev happy engine. I'm going to miss the way it drives, how it starts without fuss every morning, even after 80,000 kilometers now. I'm going to miss even its tinny music system. Damn.
Oh well, I suppose all good things must come to an end. So we drive on and get to Mumbai after getting stuck in a bit of traffic near Gujarat. The bit of the GQ that leads to Mumbai from Gujarat is also an excellent road, and we make it painfully slowly through maximum city's traffic snarls. I bid a final goodbye to the first generation city at the Autocar office in Mumbai with more than a heavy heart. Tomorrow, the next leg starts, and I have a feeling it is going to be a very different experience.